What if I told you that New Zealand might be only the tiny visible part of an enormous hidden continent, a landmass nearly 2 million square miles in size? Yet around 95% of it is underwater. Its name is Zealandia, and its story has completely changed the way scientists look at the map beneath the Pacific Ocean. Look at New Zealand on a normal world map. You see two main islands surrounded by an enormous amount of ocean. But remove the water, and a much bigger structure begins to appear. New Zealand sits on part of a vast region of elevated continental crust stretching beneath the southwest Pacific. Scientists call it Zealandia or Te Riu-a-Māui, and here's what makes it so extraordinary. Zealandia isn't simply a collection of underwater mountains. Researchers argue that it has many of the geological characteristics expected of a continent. It has continental crust. It is elevated relative to the surrounding ocean floor. It contains a wide range of rocks associated with continents, and it forms a large, distinct geological region. So how did an entire continent end up underwater? To answer that, we have to travel back more than 100 million years. At that time, Earth's map looked very different. Zealandia was connected to the enormous southern supercontinent known as Gondwana. Gondwana included land that would eventually become Antarctica, Australia, South America, Africa, India, and Zealandia. But Earth's continents never stay still. Tectonic forces began pulling Gondwana apart. The crust around Zealandia stretched, and as continental crust stretches, it becomes thinner. Over millions of years, Zealandia separated from Antarctica and Australia. But unlike Australia, most of Zealandia didn't remain high above sea level. Its stretched and thinned crust gradually subsided. Eventually, most of the continent sank beneath the ocean. Today, only a small fraction remains above water. New Zealand is part of that visible fraction. So are islands such as New Caledonia. But beneath the waves lies the much larger geological structure connecting the story together. For decades, scientists collected clues from this region: rock samples, seismic measurements, gravity data, ocean floor maps, and evidence from drilling deep beneath the seabed. Piece by piece, a picture emerged. Then, in 2017, a group of geologists published a major paper arguing that Zealandia should be considered a geological continent. Their argument attracted worldwide attention. Because if Zealandia is accepted as a continent, then almost the entire thing has been hiding beneath the ocean in plain sight. And scientists kept mapping it. Research vessels collected rocks from the sea floor. Satellite measurements helped reveal variations in Earth's gravity. Detailed bathymetric maps showed the shape of the submerged land. By combining geological and geophysical evidence, researchers have produced increasingly detailed maps of Zealandia, and its scale is enormous. Zealandia covers roughly 4.9 million square kilometers. That's about 2/3 the size of Australia. But approximately 95% of it is submerged, which raises an obvious question. If it's a continent, why isn't Zealandia officially listed alongside Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica on every school map? Because the word continent doesn't have one single global scientific authority deciding what counts. Continents are partly geological concepts and partly geographical and historical conventions. Many geologists consider Zealandia a continent based on its crust and geological structure. But that doesn't automatically mean every mapmaker or school system will start calling Earth an 8-continent planet. And there's another misconception. Zealandia isn't a brand new continent currently rising out of the Pacific. It is ancient. Much of it has been underwater for tens of millions of years. Scientists didn't suddenly create or discover a new landmass. Instead, they gradually recognized that scattered islands and submerged regions were pieces of something much larger. and Zealandia is still geologically active. New Zealand sits near the complicated boundary between the Pacific and Australian tectonic plates. That helps explain the country's powerful earthquakes, volcanoes, and dramatic mountain ranges. In fact, tectonic forces have lifted parts of Zealandia high enough to create the New Zealand we see today. But most of the continent remains hidden beneath thousands of meters of ocean. Imagine draining the Southwest Pacific. New Zealand would no longer look like a pair of isolated islands. Instead, you would see parts of a vast continent emerge from the darkness. Mountain ranges, plateaus, ridges, deep basins, and geological structures extending far beyond today's coastlines. It's a reminder that the maps we use show only the surface of Earth's story. Oceans hide enormous landscapes. Continents move, crust stretches, land sinks, mountains rise, and sometimes, something as enormous as a continent can remain almost completely invisible simply because it's covered by water. So the next time you look at New Zealand on a map, remember, you're seeing only the summit of something much bigger. Beneath the surrounding Pacific lies Zealandia, a vast, submerged continental world, hidden beneath the waves for millions of years.